What is up, party people? It's your boy with another video. Today's video is inspired by John Wayne, superstar viewer of the channel. So he left a comment saying basically that in 2023, we are going to see more mergers of these blockchains. And my gut is telling me he is correct. You know, I have a feeling that Ankr is working on products that allow for mergers and acquisitions to occur. And the way I see it, there are a lot of blockchains and there are more every day. Eventually, the field is getting saturated, super saturated, where there's not going to be enough business for these blockchains to succeed. So what's going to happen? They're going to have to merge with other companies or die off. And we are already seeing some of that happening. We saw Helium merge with Solana. We're starting to get hints that Google is trying to gobble up a little bit of Solana. So something is happening on that end. Solana is starting to become more centralized. So what does that mean, say, for Algorand? Well, Algorand notices that there are a lot of blockchains. And a lot of these blockchains are heavily focused on the US and Europe because, they're the two biggest whales. You want the US government to like you. You want the European Union to like you. And if you can land one of those two, you're set. But there's so many blockchains that are after the US, after the EU, that only one's going to win. What happens? When that one wins and you exhausted all your resources to try to win this government, this continent, you're going to fizzle out, right? Because you're out of resources. Algorand sees this. They're like, we're going to take a different approach. We're going to go after the continents that are being neglected. We're going to go after Latin America. We're going to go after India. We're going to go after Africa. So when there is a winner in the USA and in the EU, Algorand is still here because, hey, you guys may have won one continent, but we won three. So it's good news for Algorand. And what about Ankr? What does this mean for Ankr? Well, Ankr's been working on products. They're pretty good at predicting the trends that are coming. We talked about Ankr being the chess master. They're seeing moves, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. And they created a product where you can create your own app chain. Tells me that blockchains are starting to become obsolete. Blockchains the way we know of them today, because you don't need them anymore. You can just go to Ankr, start your own blockchain, and your own blockchain will grant you the speed. They'll grant you the safety and the scalability that you want without interruption from having to share, say, your bigger blockchain. So Ankr is already prepared for it. So it's good news for Ankr, it's good news for Algorand. Who else could this potentially be good for? Probably Binance. Because Binance invested heavily in Ankr not too long ago. And odds are Binance is starting to gobble up some of these blockchains by saying, hey, you really don't need to use that infrastructure. You can have your own dedicated blockchain by using an app chain that's built on top of Binance, provided by Ankr. So I have a feeling that this is a big move by Binance and big move by Ankr to see these mergers succeed indirectly into the Binance chain. And Algorand is focusing heavily on Africa, focusing heavily on the EU, and focusing heavily on India. Stacy came in, goes, we want a presence in India. We want to dominate these three continents, these three regions. 1/3 of the world's population comes from India. We got to keep our stuff scalable so that it's attractive for the people. So the future for Algorand, I see as extremely bright. Future for Ankr, I see as extremely bright, and Binance. As for who wins out, ultimately in blockchains when it comes to the US, when it comes to the EU, well, we still don't know. Time will tell. Anyway, guys, remember, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. Always do your own due diligence. Until next time, peace out.